Hello, Mr. T here. In this session, the piece I would like to talk about is Ronde by Susato from the first book of trumpet solos. I've chosen this piece as it is set for Grade 1, List A. And if you choose to play this piece for your grade, here are some ideas on how you could improve your marks. Firstly, let me play the melody. I will not give the full length to the rests. Yes, I agree with you. Quite boring to listen to, really. So how can I make it more interesting and more musical? The points I will cover are tempo, dynamics, articulation, and musicianship. Firstly, tempo. Two things to notice about the tempo. Firstly, the speed at the beginning, and then look through the piece to see if this speed changes. At the beginning, you can see it says minim equals 72 to 92. There are two things to notice about this marking. To start with, this means the speed should be fast enough to play somewhere between 72 and 92 minims a minute. The arranger of this piece should give the performer some choice of how fast to play the music, and this is a little unusual. So the best way to understand it is by using a metronome. So use one to check the speed and decide for yourself which tempo suits you the best. The other thing to notice is that it says minims, not crotchets, at that speed, so the music will be a little faster than it might look at first. If you don't have a metronome, play it at a moderate speed like this. Secondly, notice the bars 19 and 20 right at the end. This is where it says poco allungando. Poco means little and allungando means broadening. In other words, making the notes sound a little longer and a little fatter. And in doing so, the music slows down a little bit towards the end. Now let's add the dynamics to tempo. At the beginning it says MF, mezzo forte, medium loud. Have a look through the piece to see if this changes. You will see that it changes in bar 13, 15 and 19. Bar 13 is F, forte, loud. Bar 15 is MP, mezzo piano, medium soft. And bar 19 is FF, fortissimo, very loud. I'm going to play from bar 13 to 20. Now for articulation, the tonguing and slurring. There's not a lot of variation in this piece. However, have a look through. Can you see any curved lines between the notes that tell you to play a slur? No, there aren't any, so all the notes need to be tongued. However, have a look in bars 1, 5, 8, 13, 15 and 20. What can you see under some of the notes? In bars 1, 5, 13 and 15, you will see that the first note has what looks like a little arrowhead underneath it. This is called an accent, and here you will need to play a little louder on these notes. In other words, to accent them, to make them stick out. Look at bar 8 and the last bar. Here you will see a thin line under each of the notes. These lines are called tenuto, and you'll need to give these notes their full length. In other words, still tongue them, but try not to have a gap in the sound between them. Lastly, now that we have tempo and dynamics and articulation, the technical bits, it's time to think about musicianship. What this means is thinking about what story is the music wanting you to tell through your playing. And the clues are in the title and the words leggiero et ritmico, which you can see at the beginning. Now the title Ronde means dance, a round dance. Leggiero means lightly and so a little detached. And ritmico, as it sounds, means rhythmically. So with those words, I think you'll agree that it's not a good idea to be too smooth with your playing. Now the 4 points, tempo, dynamics, articulation and musicianship have been covered. I will end by playing through the piece, thinking about all of these ideas, and you will be able to compare it with the first playthrough and see the difference. I will play it at the minimum speed of 92, and I won't do the full rests.